Today, I'm going to talk about the Eustis server. So Eustis server is important to discuss because our programming assignment will be conducted on Eustis server. So here we'll talk about some basic information about the Eustis and how to operate on Eustis. So first, the objective of this lecture will be first share some information about the Eustis server. Then we will recommend several software to do SSH. So when you connect to Eustis, the SSH is must have to connect to Eustis. So you cannot use the telnet. So because telnet is everything on telnet is transmitted in plain text. So for security reason, telnet is not allowed to connect to Eustis. So on Eustis server, there are a lot of programming language are supported, and including the language we mentioned in this course, including C, C++, and Java. So to do a programming on Eustis, you can start an editor to write code, then compile, and eventually run it. But if you're not very comfortable with command line operation, you want to write your code offline, like on your own computer. So file transfer will be necessary for you to upload your file to Eustis. So we also will recommend this software to do SSH and file transfer. So then to access Eustis depends on where you are. So you could be on the campus network. So if you're in UCF and you connect to a campus network, then you can start a SSH client and connect to Eustis directly. But if you are off campus, you have to start a VPN client to set up a VPN first. Then start SSH to connect to Eustis. So we'll talk more detail regarding to this. So access to Eustis depends on your on-campus network or your other or some remote location, which is off-campus. So, and finally, when you set everything correct and you open SSH connect, log into Eustis, you will be operate on Eustis. So there's a basic command, Unix command you will be using on Eustis. Then finally, after we finish with this slide, I will show you how to connect Eustis and how to operate on the Eustis on my computer. So here's the basic information regarding Eustis. So Eustis server is our department Unix server. So the address is eustis.ecs.ucf.edu. So when you connect to Eustis, you will be promoted to enter your UCF NID, and then you will enter your NID password. So if you ever access UCF resource, you probably have used your NID before. So NID is tied to your my UCF page, tied to your lot of account when you access your grades. And so by now, hopefully you already know what is NID. And the NID password is your current NID password. So use this just like you access to other resource on UCF. Use your NID and NID password. So as I mentioned before, Eustis only support SSH, meaning they're not support Eustis does not support Telnet. Telnet is a plain text connection, so it's for security reason. We can Eustis does not support the Telnet, so you can only use SSH client, which SSH stands for Secure Shell. You use a SSH client to connect to Eustis. So Eustis is on campus private network, meaning there's no public access. So if you are on campus network, you can connect to Eustis directly, meaning you start a SSH server, just configure the Eustis address, eustis.eecs.ucf.edu to connect to Eustis. But if you're off campus, you have to use VPN. The purpose for VPN is you set up a secure session to become part of a campus network. So in this way, you, again, even if you're in a remote location, you become part of campus network. Then you can connect Eustis after you set up VPN. Just as start a SSH after you set up VPN, then connect to Eustis. So here I list the Eustis help page. So if you have question, you can first look up this page. So Eustis server, why is Eustis server is important for this course? Because we want to use Eustis for all the programming assignment. So we mentioned earlier, for our programming assignment, we allow C, C++, Java. So all these program languages are supported on Eustis. And as your part of a requirement for your programming assignment will be your code, your program should be runnable on Eustis, which means your code should be able to be compiled on Eustis and be run on Eustis. So the purpose for that is, of course, we want to provide a uniform platform to run your program. So to eliminate maybe the IDE on your computer has some special, and your code has some special dependence on your IDE. So therefore, if you submit your program, when TA actually want to run it, if it's not like a uniform platform, the TA will not be able to run it. So when you submit your program assignment, TA not only check your code, the TA will actually run your program to verify the results. So that's how they grade. So be sure use Eustis to compile and run your program. So here's the several software we're mentioned here to support you connected to Eustis. So as I mentioned before, we have to use a SSH client to connect to Eustis. So there's a lot of free SSH client online on the internet. So PureTube probably is most mentionable one. So, but there's a list of SSH client online. I listed the Wikipedia page for the SSH client here. So, but the another function we needed to use Eustis is the file transport. So, Eustis is a Unix-based server. So it's a command line-based terminal. So when you use Eustis, you have to enter command line to operate. So if you are very comfortable, you're a Linux guy, you're very comfortable with command line, you maybe directly write your code on Eustis. So it's possible. But if you are GUI type of person, you want your mouse and you want your Windows, maybe it's better you just edit or write your code on your own computer. Then later on you can transfer your file, your code file to Eustis. So file transfer in this sense is important too. So we want an application can do file transfer, upload or download to or from Eustis. So of course, again, for file transfer, there's many GUI-based software. So if you already doing file transfer, you're probably more comfortable with the GUI-based application rather than use another command line one. So the example for file transfer application would be WinSCP for Windows. But ultimately, we want to recommend a software called a Mobile Extern. Mobile Extern integrate a lot of functionality, but there are two most important one, which is useful for us, will be SSH and file transfer. So the Mobile Extern combine these two functionality in one software. So that's why we recommend that. And it has a pretty friendly GUI. So here is the download page, but Mobile Extern is for Windows. So if you have other operating system like Linux or Mac, so you may just try to looking for the app can support SSH and file transfer. So you can use anything you feel like if it serves the purpose. So here we recommend, of course, if you use a Windows-based system, we recommend the Mobile Extern. Then you may use PuTTY and WinSCP as alternative. So I will show you how to what Mobile Extern look like later when we do the demo. So as I mentioned in the basic information, so Eustis off-campus, Eustis is a server in our private campus network. So if you at a off-campus location, you will have to use a VPN. So if you're off campus, so you have to start a VPN client, connect the VPN first get into the campus network. So the VPN function is they set up a secure tunnel and deliver your information towards the campus network. So after connect, you will be just act like you're on the campus network. So after that, since you already get into a campus network through VPN, then you can just use the SSH client as normal, as you just pretend you're on campus network, use the SSH client to connect to Eustis directly. So UCF provide a VPN. So this is the VPN page. So if you go into this page, and you probably need to enter your NID again, then it will bring you to the installation page. Then you can download and install the Cisco NA Connect client. So then if you run this client for the first time, you may need to enter this address. So then after you connect to here, you will need to again enter your NID and NID password. So once the VPN is connected, then you're on your campus network already. Then you can just proceed with your normal SSH connection, meaning you open a SSH client and connect to VPN again. Then there you will have to enter your NID and NID password again. So assume everything goes right, you can log into Eustis. So either use the PuTTY or Mobile Extern or any SSH client. Then you open a command line terminal of Eustis. So Eustis is a Unix server, so therefore the basic Unix command can all be used. There's a lot of Unix command tutorial or any kind of document everywhere on internet. I just cut paste one of them. So this is a basic Unix command you can use on Eustis. So on Eustis, if you want to either write your code or maybe just edit your code, you can use an application called Pickle. Pickle is a pure keyboard-based editor, so the mouse will not work. But the keyboard is more friendly than early Unix editor, which such as VI. So Pickle at least can move up and down with a keyboard. So it's if you comfortable with keyboard, you might use Pickle to do just simple text editing. But again, like I said, if you want to do get more comfortable when you write your code, you can always just writing your code on your computer, then do a upload with your file transfer app. So here we recommended a mobile XP. So I will show you how to do a file transfer later. But so if you want like more friendly interface when you're writing a code, you can always do that. But otherwise, if you want to directly edit your code file on Eustis, Pickle is an option. So here again, we require your code must be compiled and run on Eustis. So once if you edit your code on your computer, you have to upload it to Eustis to try it yourself, to compile it and run it. So this is the part of our program assignment. So make sure you before at least you try your code before you submit on Eustis to compile it and run it before you submit. So here I give some example and explain how to do compile and run your programs on Eustis for different language. So here I talk about for example, so for C, when you compile, you do a GCC. This is a built-in compiler on Unix. So this is -O, meaning you will enter a executable here. Then here is a space, although not very obvious. So so everything here, the -O and the executable is separated by a space, and here is another space. Then you enter your source file.c. So if it's a C file, you do a source file.c. Then when you run, you do a // and run your file, which is you generated the output file right here. So for example, if you do a gcc-o, hello is the output, and hello.c is your the source file. So when you run this, you do a // hello. So if you want to enter the argument, so you will do separate your argument, just direct attach your argument after when you run your file. You just separate it with space and attach your argument one after another, but also separate by space. So here is an example. So if we our program has a argument as the file name, so we do a // hello and separate the space and do the file name, which is temp.txt. So this is a C. So C++ is mostly in similar style, except you want to use the C++ space -O, then run the rest part is similar. So you have because -O, you have an output here, Then you have a source file.cpp. So when you run similar, you use // and the file you generate here. So the example will be if you run C++ is -o. I have the output object as a hello, and it is hello.cpp. So when I run, I just type /hello. So with argument similar to the C program, you just attach all your arguments after your output object here and separate it with space. So the example is similar. If I have the object generate here /hello and here is the temp.txt. Similar, I use the temp.txt as one of the arguments towards the program. So Java is when you compile a Java file, so your Java file always ends with Java. So hello.java here as an example. So you will do a Java C as a compiler. So Java C space hello.java. So when you run, you just run as Java space hello. So here, so if you want to put an argument towards the program, again, you just attach to the end, separated by a space. So here I talk through all the basic usage of Eustis. Next, hopefully I can show you on my computer how to access and run the Eustis on Eustis. So here, here's the VPN page I mentioned in the slides. So I mentioned if we want to download if it's your first time to access Eustis off campus, you need to install VPN first, and here is the VPN page. So here I just show this VPN page, and here is, let me make it a little bigger. So here you click this link, then you will be brought through the logon where you enter your NID, then will be bring into an installation page. Here it involves several steps, so here I won't show the entire thing, but if you have a problem to download the Cisco NA Connect client, let us know. And also there's also a lot of help on this page too. So also next I will show you this is a mobile extern download page, which I also talk about when I mentioned we recommend the mobile extern for SSH and the file transport. So the good thing about the mobile extern is they contain both in one software, one program, so it's more convenient for you to access Eustis through that way. So this is a download page. So I have been used the installer edition. You can try either one. So I have been using installer edition. So, but I guess you certainly can use the portable edition. But just click and install it. So here is what mobile extern look like. Okay, let me start mobile extern. Okay, somewhere. Okay, so next, if right now I'm in a location off campus, so I will attempt to first set up my VPN. Okay, mobile extern is right here. So this is the basic page interface of a mobile extern. They have a lot of functionality. So basically for us, we used to set up a SSH session, so you use session. So I will show you how to operate on it. So first, right now I'm at the off-campus location. So first I need to start my VPN. So I already installed the Cisco NA-Connect client. So let me open that. So here, I hope you can see that. So here I already entered this address. So let me show you. So this address I also listed on my slides right here. So when you first time, you might need to enter this, fill in this address. So then you click connect. So once you click connect, and of course you have internet access to a computer, of course, then you were promoted to enter the username and the password. Again, it's your NID and NID password. So let me enter my password. So then when I enter OK, they will say you accept. So once I accept, they will establish VPN right now. Okay, so now I'm connect. So here it says VPN connected to UCF the address. So now I can start mobile extern. So mobile extern is when I click session. So there's a SSH session you can choose. So basic setting is here you can type in EECS, it should be eustis.eecs.ucf.edu. Then you click OK. So then it brings you to a login page. You will say login as. So here you also enter your NID. So everywhere they promote you enter some username, password, most likely it will be your NID. So here is my NID. And if this is your first time use mobile extern to connect to Eustis, it will promote you to enter your password. But right now, since I connected before, so my password already been saved. So now I'm entered the Eustis. So right now here, this black part is the terminal. On the left side, you can see this is the actually my folder on the Eustis server. So the left side is where you can do file transfer. That's why I'm saying this mobile extern actually have the benefit to combine two functionality we need into one app. So here's the file transfer. So how do you transfer file? So mobile extern support, you just do drag and drop. So here I have a folder which have the file I want to show you later. So it's called CISS 3360. So I have several files here. So when I want to transfer, I just do a drag and drop. So here it has the progress to say you upload a file. So I have several files here. I can do all this. So this is the benefit that you use this kind of a GUI. So make the upload, download relatively easy. So I have other things. So here they will show the progress of uploading. So read the file. Okay, one more. Okay. Okay. So here I drag several files into my my home folder on the Eustis server. So let me make it bigger. So I can see if I do a ls, So I can see the file just drag to it. So there's everything is here. So this is the benefit of you use mobile extern. So you have an easy session of drag and drop. Just do that to upload. So here I upload several examples. The simple one is I use C, C++, and Java. Just do one thing to open a text file and read everything in that file. So here is my text file look like. So here it's my favorite text editor on Windows is Notepad++. So here I open a Notepad++ and show you what my this is my input file. It's just basically text file. So also I want to show you if you are on Eustis server and you can actually use Pickle, the editor I just mentioned. Let's edit the one of the. So here, see, right now I'm in the basic interface in the Pickle. So Pickle does not support, so it does not really support the mouse. So if I want to move my, okay, so if I want to move around, I have been used keyboard. So this is a keyboard. I'm used the move around the arrow on my keyboard to move around. So if you want to change anything, so for example, I move left and but it does support so basic. Say I just added a space, and when I try to say exit, which you can see it on the left side, bottom left side, there's this means Control X. Then when I do Control X, they will ask if I just insert a space there, if I want to change the want to save my change. So I enter yes. So then there says it will write it to this file name, which is the same name. So then I enter. So that's basically how Pickle works. So if you can tolerate that, you can use Pickle, but it is already more user friendly than early version of editor on Unix. But so this is one of the text editor you can use on Eustis. But again, let's show how can I compile. So I showed you how you compile different program language. So here let's start from C. So let's first let me show you what my program is about. So maybe I show you not in Pickle but in my Notepad. So I have this C program here because it is a very basic example. So basically this is a C program to read the file. So content is not very important, I guess, at this point, but you just need to know this is a C file, and I do pass the arguments here. So this is the okay. So I already remember just now I already dragged that into my Eustis server home folder. So I did ls before. Let's do a ls again. So it's everything's right here. So I want to compile my read file.c. So what I do is do a gcc, then -o, then I want to call that just read the file. The output object is, then the source file is, okay, then I hit enter. So nothing, no error comes out. So means that passed the compiler was compiling process was okay. So when I run it, I do a dot slash backslash. Then I just generated this red file. Okay, then my file needs some input because I wanted the argument as this text file. So I put the text file as one argument. So after dot slash read file, I do a space and input the txt because my program, just as I show here, close that door. So just as I showed here, do need process file name as input. So here I need input the argument. So here the argument is the file name I want my program to read. So then I hit enter. So here we can see the entire file, the content of my input.txt is just showed here. So this is the C program. So I also did a basic, it's pretty much the same thing, but written in C++. So here is a similar thing. So this is a very basic example, and let's compile so let me do a ls again, and here you can see both on my ls result or on here because I just compiled my, okay, let me refresh. See, this is a refresh folder. So since I just compiled my C program, it generates a read file object here. So here now I want to compile my CPP file. So let me do a G++, similar space -o, and I want to call my read file CPP. Then the source file will be, okay, so let's do that. Okay, so it has no error show up. If there's any grammar error or any other syntax error, they will show up right here. But right now it seems it's okay. So let me run it again. Read file CPP, and here also I need and type the name of my input file, input.txt file here. So here again, they actually this program also do this. I mean, exactly did the same thing. So it just print out entire. Okay, I clean up my screen a little bit. So next, let me show you my Java file, which also doing the same thing because it's obviously simple to do. And this is a Java example of reading a file, show everything in the file. So okay, so here is what we saw. So they do exactly the same thing, and right now I'm in the Eustis. So where's my, okay, my Java file is simply called text.java. So let me do it. So Java C means compile Java, then test Java. Okay, it seems okay. When I run, I should be doing Java test. And again, I need my the name of the text file I want to show. Okay, Hope it's right. Yes. So here it print out the content of the text file, which is here is input.txt. So all my 3 examples, they do the similar thing. It's just in different programming language. Here I just try to show you how to compile it and how do you do argument. When you run it, you want to run with argument, for example, as a file name. So I want to show you one more example is when I had taught the networking class, we have a socket programming. So when we did the socket programming, we also use Eustis to did the DIA assignment. So in the DIA assignment, we did the 2 separate sessions on Eustis. So I want to show you is Eustis is you can actually run multiple sessions on Eustis, and you were working very efficient. So in the socket programming, we need a client and we need a server so they can communicate with each other. But so since we only got 1 server, so we just simulated that on same computer but use 2 separate sessions. So if you still have no idea what's a socket programming, it's still okay. I just want to show you that on Eustis, it's possible to open multiple sessions. So here, there's if I click the left icon, I will start a new remote session. So, but here, if I can click here, that means I will start a previous saved session because I already start 1 session to connect to Eustis. So I might be able to use this. So here I have several because I just try to show you. So I start a new session. So it have exactly same name sessions stored here. So I just choose one of them. Then here we have another session. Again, this is a whole new session. It's just that right now you are open another terminal towards Eustis. So you have to enter your NID again. So my password was saved, so I'm just direct go in. So here I have 2 sessions open. So I have 1 session here. So let me clear the screen. So I have another session right here. So you can see on the left, or I can do a LS for you. So here, other than the file I already showed you before, here I have a echo client and echo server here. So here I will run here just to show you how this session can communicate with each other. So first, for the echo client, of course, I need to first compile it. It's a C program. So GCC-O, and my name is echo. Let me do server first. Echo server. So server.c. Okay, so it's done. So for if you know a little bit about client server socket programming, so a server need to be started first. So okay, so let me first maybe to do it clearly, I compile client right here. So I do a GCC-O, and I do a echo client, and my source file. Okay, so yeah, it's compiled alright. So let me first start the server set. Echo, oh, sorry. See, I forgot something, right? Okay, dot backslash and echo server. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, it will say server is ready. So ready meaning server is listening for a client to connect. So here, dot backslash echo client. So client now is running. So they will say the process is the server was set ready and it was connected by 127.0.0.1. If you don't understand what it is, that's totally okay. But I just try to explain a little bit. So this is just another way to say it's a localhost. So it connected by a session on the localhost. And here, the client were sending a phrase. Here, the phrase is the hello world. The server will just receive that and sending back. Now the client is saying, I'm receiving hello world back. So, and this is a very simple functionality. So, we did that in the networking class, but I would just try to show you there's a way, if you can start multiple sessions, they can actually utilize in this way. So this is a basic of how we operate on Eustis, and I showed you how to connect, and then I show you how to do a basic compiling. So if we really go into the program assignment, maybe it will be a little more complicated than just I just read a text file and print everything on the screen. So it will be more complicated, maybe need more argument when you run your program. But we will talk more when the program's assignment is here. So here just the basic process of running Eustis. So, and after this, okay, here's several action items. So I already contacted the department, and the department already created the Eustis account for everyone. So everyone in this class should have their Eustis account already. So after today's lecture, please go connect to Eustis, use your NID and NID password. So we just show how do you do that with mobile extern. So, but as I mentioned, you can do like any SSH client. So anything you choose, just try to connect it. So remember that if you're off campus, you have to run VPN first, and the VPN client for UCF is a Cisco AnyConnect client. So be sure you do that, and also try if you can upload or download from back and forth from Eustis. And if you use other operating system, be sure, it's even more important you get everything all right. And the one thing we noticed before is they are last year, I think they updated the Eustis. So if you have taken some courses Eustis before, you might some secret key might be different. So you have to there's at the beginning of this lecture, I showed that there's a help page. They actually have the note. So here I show there's Eustis help page. So look at that page. They have a special note for if you have connected before, but now you connect again, something might change. You have to refresh your key. So the purpose of you logging Eustis, of course, is prepare for the program assignment. So if you have any problem, just let us know right now, because if you, we don't want you just waste your time when you after you got the assignment. So do it right now. So, and if you have a problem, just raise that early. Okay, so this is what I want to show for this lecture. So let me know if you run into problem when you log in Eustis. Thank you.